朝鮮はですね、昨日先月の海上自衛隊のイージス艦長官によるトマホークの実射試験について
発射された弾道ミサイルは朝鮮半島、東岸付近に落下したと推定され、我が国の領域や排他的経済水域への飛来は確認されておらず、現時点において付近を航行する航空機や船舶の被害報告等の情報は確認されていません。これまでの弾道ミサイル等の度重なる発射も含め、一連の北朝鮮の行動は我が国、地域および国際社会の平和と安全を脅かすものです。また、このような弾道ミサイル発射は関連する安保理決議に違反し、国民の安全に関わる重大な問題です。今回の発射については、我が国として北朝鮮に対し、北京の大使館ルートを通じて厳重に抗議し、強く非難しました。
Taiwan has started its annual military drills aimed at simulating a response to a potential Chinese attack of the island that Beijing claims as its own. The drills, called Hanquang, have been held annually since 1984. This year, they will take place in various locations around the island over 10 days. One characteristic of this year's drills is that they will emphasize practicing the military's decision-making and combat readiness as opposed to the stronger displays of firepower of past years. For example, service members will try out new communication methods inspired by the US military, such as back briefs, where subordinates explain to commanders how they plan to carry out assigned missions. Such exercises are intended to encourage first-line fighters to be more self-reliant in battle, and experts say they are the result of closer collaboration between the US and Taiwanese militaries. The drills will also mobilize thousands of reserve personnel, as well as test the population's resilience if internet service is disrupted in case of an attack.
For years, America's nuclear strategy was built around one major enemy, and now Washington is preparing for something far more dangerous. A war involving both Russia and apparently also China. According to an NBC News report, the Pentagon is drafting a new nuclear strategy for conflicts where US allies come under some simultaneous pressure from Beijing and Moscow. At the center of this plan is a renewed focus on tactical nuclear weapons. The question is pretty straightforward. Is America now preparing to deter a much larger war, or actually is it preparing to fight one with its $1 trillion budget? Take a look.
The next world war may not begin with a mushroom cloud. It may begin with a regional conflict. A flashpoint over Taiwan. A confrontation in Eastern Europe, or an attack on a US ally. That is a scenario driving a major rethink inside the Pentagon. According to an NBC News report, US officials are drafting a new classified nuclear strategy designed for situations where American allies come under attack from Russia or China in a regional conflict. The strategy is expected to guide the president on nuclear options during a crisis. One of its key themes is tactical nuclear weapons. Tactical nukes are not the massive warheads designed to destroy entire cities. They are smaller, lower-yield bombs intended for use against military targets such as troop formations, air bases, command centers, and naval forces on the battlefield. Even though they are called tactical, they remain nuclear weapons. Their destructive power can still be many times greater than conventional bombs. The shift reflects growing concern in Washington. China is rapidly expanding its nuclear arsenal. Russia has more than 5,400 nuclear warheads, while the United States has more than 5,000. Together, the two countries account for roughly 90% of the world's nuclear weapons. The new strategy also comes at a politically sensitive moment. President Trump has repeatedly criticized NATO allies, questioned US security commitments, and pushed European nations to spend far more on defense. Those comments have fueled concerns about America's long-term commitments to its allies. This new strategy could therefore serve another purpose. Experts say it could be a move to reassure allies that the United States still has a credible nuclear umbrella if they face aggression from Russia or China. Officials say deterrence remains the objective. The aim is to prevent war, not start one. But history shows that every major arms race begins with the same argument: prepare for war to preserve peace. And that is why this new strategy matters, because it is not simply about bigger weapons. It is about how Washington believes the next global crises could unfold. Bureau Report, WION, while it is one.
I love tariffs. They're my favorite word in the dictionary, tariff. I love tariffs, right? Because we've been screwed by tariffs used against us for years by China, by Japan, by South Korea, by Germany, by everybody, by Canada. Canada's nasty. They are. They're nasty. People think Canada, they're nasty. People, I love the people, but they're nasty. Nasty leadership.
Whatever adjective is used, yes, we're standing up for Canadian workers, for Canadian businesses, as we always have from the start. And from the start, our focus has been on what we can control, and that's investing in protecting our jobs, investing in the future.
For the U.S. and for Trump, there is no deal in terms of Hormuz, and it doesn't look like there's going to be. And it looks like he's enraged because things are not going his way. The threats fly in all directions. And apparently, Trump and Pete Hegseth got into a big argument, and it was over the supply of missiles. Now, Trump, going on a rant, says that they're going to hunt down in jail with long sentences the leakers of this information. He goes on to state that we've got all kinds of missiles and this and that we're not short. But then others are saying, why would you be threatening to jail someone if the information wasn't true? How could someone leak something if it isn't real? So Trump admitting that information has been leaked that should not have. And this whole deal with Iran is just up in smoke. They are now striking hostile targets in Hormuz. They are declaring the Oman deal in motion, but that it does not include the United States, Israel, or any other protection, any other allies. The Strait of Tears is firing up on the other end on the Red Sea to put pressure on this front. And they're just putting the United States out of this. They're saying that they're not part of the talks. They can't come through the waterway, and they're going to receive no goods. So this is not good. But between Hegseth and Trump, apparently the ammunition fears, they're saying you shouldn't worry about because we've got plenty. Although the numbers out there, if you run them and look them up, shows that we're low. But why they would put out official numbers on what we have in our military is beyond me. That would be ignorant. To tell everyone, the whole world, your enemy, what you're sitting on, just makes no sense anyway. But apparently, they're trying to hunt down these leakers. So, no deal in sight. I don't think anything's going to get any better. I would have a plan because the price of things are going to continue to rise. Trump can only manipulate it all so much. And at some point, something's got to give.
Oui, tulifanya greve juu tunaona kitu kutumika tunasakrifia energie yetu en plus tukatumika umbariske Unakuta fasi zingine mgonjwa anatapika badamu, mgonjwa anatapika damu au anatapika ifo ukolope au upope dawa yulu nye bariske ya hivi unastahili na prime na salaire. Alors kumwisho tunakuta ke habaseme kitu njo tulifaa greve. Nita continue kutumika et puis dede niko fasi ya bariske ba virus ile à travers mie nitaendo kwa deja nisha kwa contaminer na contaminer barafiki na contaminer nyumba na contaminer ba voisin. Kutokana na mie batu bataendo kufa mingi kumwisho mimi nipata decision que non je vais laisser. Nitaacha.
Por el sector de Hipólito Yrigoyen hacia arriba.
Federal con la a la altura de
Shifting focus now, 3 spectacular sky events, one single day. And the internet is already talking about it. In fact, even calling it the end of the world. August 12th, mark that date on your calendar. It will be bringing a rare cosmic lineup that has sparked wild doomsday theories online, a lot of chatter. Some claim it's a warning, others call it the universe's biggest show of the year. But what's really happening on that day? We tell you all that you need to know.
A trinity of cosmic events on August 12th is being seen by many as an ominous warning to the world. Scientists say there is no link between these cosmic events and there is no reason to fear. They simply happen to fall on the same date. Even so, the combination of the spectacular cosmic events converging within hours of one another promises breathtaking views across different parts of the world. The first event is a total solar eclipse. The moon will pass directly between the Earth and the Sun, briefly turning day into darkness along a narrow path. The eclipse will be visible across parts of Greenland, Iceland, Spain, and Portugal. Western Iceland and northern Spain are expected to offer some of the best views, with the westernmost points of Iceland expected to experience the longest spell of darkness. People across parts of Europe, the United States, Eastern Canada, Northwest Africa can also see a partial eclipse. Once the night falls, the Perseid meteor shower will take over the sky. According to NASA, it is considered the best meteor shower of the year. Swift and bright meteors frequently leave long trails of light and color behind them as they streak through Earth's atmosphere. Under dark and clear conditions, viewers could spot up to 100 meteors every hour. The shower peaks overnight from August 12th into August 13th, with the best viewing expected between late night and dawn across the world. The best time to view the Perseid meteor shower in India is expected to be between 2 a.m. and 4:30 a.m. on the pre-dawn mornings of August 12th and August 13th, and before sunrise, another treat awaits of a 6-planet parade. Mercury, Jupiter, Mars, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune will appear stretched across the sky in a rare planetary parade. Mars and Saturn should be easy to spot with the naked eye. Mercury and Jupiter will stay low on the eastern horizon. Binoculars will help reveal Uranus, while Neptune will require a telescope. Across much of the northern hemisphere, the ideal viewing window is expected to be between 30 to 60 minutes before sunrise, while the best time to watch the 6-planet alignment in India on August 12th is between 5 to 5:30 a.m., roughly 45 to 90 minutes before sunrise. Some netizens have linked the triple event to apocalyptic predictions, but astronomers and scientists say there is no scientific evidence behind those claims. It is simply a remarkable cosmic coincidence.
For a second there, it looked almost like the Superman symbol. Oh, that's so strange. Incredible stuff. Boom. An incredible display and an opening. Electromagnetic pulse that just happened over the atmosphere over Canada. Let's watch this again. Boom. And the shockwave. This is very amazing. I've never quite seen anything like this, and I'm so glad that Jaime gave us the heads up. Let's watch this one more time here. Here it comes into... All right, this is very strange. Is this, I don't know, some kind of an explosion, some kind of blast up there? Was there an accident? Is this some experiment that worked perfectly or not perfectly? I'm not exactly sure. Look at the way this thing just rips through the sky with this electromagnetic shock wave. Brent, what's your thoughts here? Yeah, this is incredible footage at 30,000 feet over Canada. It's just, I've never seen anything like this. Like you said, Blake, it kind of reminds me of, just to say, Boba Fett when he releases that kind of missile and then he drops it and creates this huge explosion and you just hear this sound. And it kind of reminds me of that. If you guys know what I'm talking about, this is just like an incredible plasmic display. Could it be some sort of secret space test that we weren't aware of and they never gave us a heads up? And somebody in the plane just managed to film this event that just happened and took place. This is so stunning. Absolutely, Brent. I could watch this all day long. It's an incredible capture. It's hard to believe, too, because at about 30,000 feet, the passengers witnessing this outside, and it's hard to tell on how high this anomaly, this atmospheric disturbance is. It could be at the stratosphere level, so it's a huge display. It covers hundreds of miles, if that's the case. Again, this is something incredible. I think we're going to have to do a follow-up on this, maybe do a little bit more research, find out exactly what this possibly could be, but it is a huge event. I think we're going to get Alex Gershowitz and have him look into this, see if we can find out, and we'll be updating, I guess, tomorrow on Third Phase Moon, see if we can figure out what this anomaly is, because it is, again, an incredible sight to behold here. This is it, guys. Wake up, everybody. This is the breaking news every day right here at Third Phase Moon. Got to give a big thumbs up to Jaime Maussan for sharing this with us. This phenomenon that's happening right now, this event, all right, we're getting an extreme close-up. Northern California, what was captured in the broad daylight. Over the trees, we're looking at a still photograph from, it's actually a still from the frame. It's off at a distance, it's kind of blurry, but then they managed to get a super clean shot of this magnificent metallic flying saucer. And again, we're getting a lot of these lately, but we don't see any means of manipulation. No AI. People just want to say AI, it's fake. Well, no, it's not. It's real. Get over it. There's something going on, guys. Brent, what's your thoughts here? Yeah, this one's cool. I like this one. It's one from the archives, and it needs to be shown. Again, look at the lights pulsating from this craft as it just slightly rotates and hovers in place. Kind of has this kind of weird oscillation to it, which people say when they see, these flying saucers, they kind of have a kind of an oscillation about them too. They just don't remain static in the sky. This one's doing the same features as described by many people. Yeah, the video's a little blurry, but he does manage to get the money shot of this craft emitting these lights coming off the craft. And again, we're not seeing any manipulation. Fantastic shot. Now, you want to see some strange weather, guys? What the heck is going on above our skies?